Hello and welcome to the All Night Gamers podcast. Hi, hello, hi. Hope you're doing well. Episode 231. That was so out of order, wasn't it? I'm sorry. I'm really scatterbrained. Today has been quite a day. I got married today,
It's been,
and I gave 2 pints of
yeah.
blood today. So I'm running like I'm part saline currently. I'm working on that. Uh, so, but we're here. I didn't think I was gonna be here, but we made it. How are you guys doing?
Yeah.
How are y'all? I've been talking a lot.
Good
Uh,
enough. I
Pretty good
crashed.
enough.
I got up early. Yeah, I got up early, felt good. We got breakfast, felt bad. And I crashed
well,
for
well.
most
Okay. To be
of the
fair,
day.
we had McDonald's breakfast. That was the
Oh,
problem.
that'll do it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
McDonald's breakfast is like I'm gonna start my day by ruining it kind of breakfast.
Correct.
Like
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel breakfast or something, like it's just you're not gonna feel good after this. But when you eat it, like while it's going down, it's awesome.
That's right, dude. It's like, I think at this point, if I get McDonald's breakfast, it's only hash brown. Only hash brown. That's the only thing that doesn't make me go, oh, I no longer want to do anything. But I had work. I had several meetings, so I did not get the option to just go back to bed.
Yikes.
Yeah,
All right.
that's been me. I've been busy working for once.
What about you, Cooper?
Had the
Status report.
remind myself.
Um,
Status report. Flash flags and Scrum.
Cooper,
Most
what did you
obstacles.
accomplish yesterday, and what are you working on today? That's for those agile folks out there.
Oh man, yesterday. See, my sleep schedule's very whack right now. So like, I woke up at like 6 p.m. yesterday and went to bed at like noon today, and got up at like 7
That's a very confusing schedule.
p.m. Yeah. But I went to the gym and worked out for a good little bit. My body hated me because it's been a minute because I've been so busy with like school.
Yeah.
So it's like, brother, we can't do like half the weight you used to do. It's like, okay, that's awesome. So I have to work back up to that, and
Wait, how long's it been since you went to the gym?
basically a month.
A
Dude.
while,
Literally
yeah.
all of June, I did not go. Besides maybe like 1 or 2 days.
Dang.
Oh, so
That'll
you
do it.
out of it. Yeah.
Like I still ate like pretty well, but like I did not.
Yeah.
Besides
Then
like
that's half the battle.
walking. Yeah. But honestly, I just took it kind of easy, pretty much. I haven't been doing anything too crazy.
I mean, yeah, now that school's over, or at least you have a break, right?
Or like almost, yeah, almost over. I have like what 4 more assignments in criminal justice and 1 exam, and then 3 more assignments and 2 exams in accounting, and then I'm done. Which
Nice.
is very
Ugh.
nice. Yeah.
Dude, the idea of
Busy.
I really need to hurry up and go back to college if I want to soon, because the older I get, the
Yeah, dude.
more college is like, college. I don't want to do that anymore. Like,
Bro, it's such a chore.
Dude, I don't want to do it
man.
now.
yeah, I
Dude,
know, but
I-
like
Now, that's
the
the
longer I
problem.
wait, the more I'm like dreading the idea.
Yeah.
But like, I might need it.
I mean,
you
it's
know?
quite literally
Yeah.
just a second job.
Yeah, that's my thing. I'm like, the masters could help, but I don't want to do it. Especially with
Because
our
we all
field,
have
dude.
that
It's all like
opinion.
discrete structures and shit. That was one of the ones UCF or was it university? I don't one of them. One of the big Florida universities was partnering with work, and they're like, yeah, you could do this course of study. I'm like, those are all courses that I did not do well in the first time around, and they're combining into these new ones. Yeah, I don't think so.
Gross. All right, let's get into this. Physical collectors, quote, should plug in Switch and 3DS game cards every 5 to 10 years to avoid data loss. Dude, this has been all over Reddit for several days. And
Yeah.
now I'm like, well, great. Now I need to. I should put this in
Spend
the
the time
game.
doing it.
All
You,
the
you
games.
guys know that app I use to catalog?
Yeah, Game I. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a beta tester in the Discord, and
Nice.
I should put that in there. I should be like, hey, we need a thing to track like
When I left
when's the last time I plugged this game in? Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, oh, dude, I'm gonna have to just spend a day doing that at some point once I get all this
I
junk
know
put
when
away.
I last did it, but it's probably time just to be safe.
I need to do it with all the
Like-
DS games too.
Everything at home was done before I moved here, at least Switch wise. And then I've done everything here since when I got my OLED.
Ah, man, speaking of dreading things, that having to sit here, open up every game, stick it in, and do what? Like, how long am I supposed to play for? It's so unclear. Like, what? In theory, you only need to put it in for a little bit. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Let it power. Basically let it power cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would launch it at least.
Yeah. So like launch
Well,
a
that's the bare
game,
minimum,
and
right?
then yeah, just to make sure that there's interaction, I guess, and then
The problem is there's games I don't know where they are. Like genuinely, because I still don't know what happened to Chibi Robo Ziplash. I mean, yeah, it's Chibi Robo Ziplash.
we don't need to
but,
plug
like,
that one in.
But I'd rather, I spent money on it. I'd rather
Literally,
get saved than not saved.
story of you losing Chibi Robo Ziplash is cooler than Chibi Robo Ziplash.
True.
Dang.
I
Not
genuinely
that-
don't know where it went though. Like that's what gets me is I'm like,
Yeah, like
where
there's
would I
nothing
even
cool.
put it? Like
There's-
where would I put it? Like
Is
I played it.
See, look, this is already more
Cameron
discussion than
only
we would have
sped up
had if we
for-
talked about the game. Just
is
saying.
Cameron sped up for y'all? Like he'll hit a line and then book it down that
Yeah,
line.
that's Discord freaking out.
Yeah,
Trying to
Alex, you've been doing that for
keep
like a
up
couple
without
weeks,
it.
to be honest. But it's like pretty mild.
Yeah.
So
Ah,
like
that's
I
fine.
just don't. I just haven't said anything because I don't know. It's not like super wow.
Yeah.
Heard.
Oh, I guess spoiler for Collector's Corner. We got a new router and modem from Spectrum. I don't know if it's actually helping.
No, it's helping compared to where that one was at the end.
Well, yeah. At the end, that one was not able to upload or download basically anything. When I checked it, we were under like 10 gigs download and we had no upload. So this is an improvement, but it still
Bad.
feels
Not to where it
significantly
was
off.
when we moved
Yeah.
here.
I
don't know
really
why.
hate in this new house that the Wi-Fi is on the other side of the place. So like,
Gotta get a router extender.
yeah, I know. I want to. I don't have any money.
Yeah, all his money goes to his car.
And handheld consoles I can't stop buying.
Sure.
After Microsoft laid off 9,000 employees, which I mean we could stop there. Good God, why Microsoft sucks. But after Microsoft laid off 9,000 employees, Xbox producer Matt Tumble suggested affected workers use AI to quote. I can't believe I'm reading this. Reduce the emotional and cognitive load that comes with job loss. Use AI as a therapist? That's what they said?
That's what he said. Well, I mean, Microsoft's trying to get into the AI space.
Copilot?
Just like all the
That's
other.
what they want me to
yeah.
go do?
They want me to talk to Copilot and go, "Hey, I'm
They
depressed
sure
because
do
you
want
just
you to
fired
talk-
me."
They sure do want you to talk to Copilot, don't they? They always have like
Yeah, just Google wants me to talk to their AI. Microsoft wants me to talk to their AI.
Yeah,
everyone else
because
wants me to feed
we're all
data.
data farms, dude. We're just they're
Exactly.
harvesting us.
Yeah.
But at least with USAA, they're giving me some of my money back to be a data farm.
Yeah, pay
Like,
me.
I will sell you my data. I can be bought.
I can be bought.
They're like, no, we can get it for free. Thank you. We've already
You're
downloaded
using it's in the fucking terms
computer
of
you
service
bought.
that you sell us your data for using your our product that you paid for. Thanks, Microsoft.
From Jason Schreier, as one illustration of just how sloppy and chaotic today's mass Xbox layoff has been, some employees at ZeniMax Online Studios are now watching their Slack accounts abruptly get locked out. No message from HR, no word on whether they'll still have a job, just an ominous Slack deactivation. I mean,
Oh,
I see
dude,
I see that as a win, not having to use Slack. That's
yeah.
awesome.
Why are you still using
Why are
Slack?
you complaining?
Like, honestly.
Your Slack got deactivated, but I mean, no one told you to
Wait,
leave.
hold on. Wait. Why is Microsoft using Slack and not Teams?
Because they don't make sense. We've been over this.
Sure.
They too know that Slack is not good. Or Teams, my bad.
Yeah, you know how that running joke we've got about how like Sega only knows how to make bad games, or
Yeah.
like that's their point is to make bad games, like that's their goal. I think Microsoft's goal is to use bad software in a similar way, so much so that they will use somebody else's software if it's worse than theirs.
And clearly they are if people have Slack accounts.
Yeah. From Windows Central, Xbox is closing the initiative, and Perfect Dark is canceled.
Yep. Not good.
Ooh,
We've heard a
okay.
bit
Not
about
good.
this. The demo that people got to play for Perfect Dark was just a slice, vertical slice or something like that, whatever the wording is. Hold on.
I have been dying to talk about Phil Spencer and his email that has been going because this literally happened like right after we recorded the last episode. So it's been a whole week. All the discourse has already kind of run its course with it, really. But it was really big. I'm not going to read all of it because it's business jargon, and I'm sure you've probably seen it if you listen to the show, and if you haven't, I know you know how to find it. But it's basically I know it sucks, man. Microsoft is and Xbox are doing better than they've ever been, but yet we had to let people go. There's your summation. It's just like tone deaf, dude. Remember when Phil Spencer was cool? He felt like a gamer.
No.
I do.
No. I mean, look. The thing is, right? When Microsoft was trying to fix the mistakes of the Xbox One launch, they had to have somebody that was connecting with the gamers so that people would buy the console. The problem is they no longer need to connect with the gamers because they're like, oh, well, people are buying our console. Wrong. They're buying Game Pass.
Hold on.
People
No,
are
no,
buying Game
no.
Pass.
Microsoft
We
knows that people are buying their games on other systems.
Microsoft's going to end up a third party.
There
Although I
you
don't know how you
are.
go third. I don't know how you go third party when you're tossing all your developers into the grinder.
Yeah, listen to this final sentence. We will move forward with deep appreciation and respect for all who have contributed to this journey. Translation:
Will you?
we're gonna stay, and reap the rewards that you sowed, and kick you out.
Thank you for making us money.
Yeah, lame. But man, yeah, it's time. Phil. It's time. Phil needs to go. He needs to get out of here. I'm surprised. That was a big discussion I saw too about all of this. Why has Phil Spencer not been fired yet?
Because nobody
Because
wants it. But let's be honest, if his replacement is Matt Booty, we're all in trouble. Or I guess we aren't. We don't care about Xbox other than to bully them. But like
Yeah, we're gonna run out of content for this
most,
show.
yeah, Matt Booty's decisions are just as bad or worse than Phil's, from what I was been reading on the discussions where people are like, "Fire Phil."
Hmm. Um, Xbox hardware is dead, says founding team member. It looks like Xbox has no desire or literally can't ship hardware anymore. From IGN. Yeah,
Yikes.
I mean, um,
That's not surprising.
it's probably both. They're probably just losing desire because they can't ship as much as they want.
I mean, they only sell single digits in Japan, and Japan's a major gaming market. So, like
I mean,
single digits, unironically.
they could have kept doing like they've always never been good in Japan, but like they did pretty well even without Japan. At least once. 1.5 times. I'll say that. So like there's definitely a strategy. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's don't
Like
convince
don't do
everyone
everything
to.
they did. Everything they did, do the other thing.
Yeah, wrong. Yeah.
yeah.
Jez Gordon rumor: Microsoft is imposing unrealistic requirements on Xbox. Quote: Microsoft CFO Amy Hood has given Xbox an utterly unrealistic financial requirement that is going to continue hurting the division. This isn't over. So she's gonna give them requirements they can't meet, and when they don't meet those requirements, she's gonna be like, "Yep, you didn't meet them, gone." And
Fired.
then they're gonna pretend that Xbox had to go because someone screwed up, someone didn't do good enough, and it wasn't like they just crashed and burned that entire brand.
Oh no. They look. Somebody has to take the fall for Xbox. It will not be current leadership. Guarantee.
That won't be anybody.
It'll somehow wind its way back to the consumer being at
Yeah, it's
fault.
gonna be our fault.
That they've canceled everything they're working. Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah,
because we're not spending enough money.
and you know what? They're still gonna hold on to goddamn Rare. We
True.
can't even get them back.
Rare got
They're
screwed.
officially never gonna do anything for a good ever now, and we can't even have them back.
You see, Microsoft just wants the IP.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Do
like,
nothing with it. Just don't hold on to it.
just to make money from merch and stuff. Stupid toys, stuff that you
True.
put in a GameStop.
Microsoft will buy GameStop so they have somewhere to put their merch.
don't give them ideas.
Dude, that'd be such an Xbox move, buying GameStop as they're like actively going bankrupt. I mean, not literally, but it feels like it. They definitely are close.
Might as well be.
Yeah. Founder of Arcane Studios, quote, I think Game Pass is an unsustainable model that has been increasingly damaging the industry for a decade and impacts sales. Yeah,
I agree.
Mhm.
but I mean,
I mean, how many times
also,
on this show have we said that devs are losing money with uh, Game Pass or Epic or whatever, wherever people are getting their games for free, essentially. Like it hurts devs in the long run, but nobody's done anything about it, so can't really do anything.
Microsoft says that Phil Spencer isn't retiring anytime soon. Might be because of those rumors
Sad.
circulating that we talked about. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, he isn't retiring anytime soon, but
He could be fired.
I mean,
They're not going to fire him.
No, they're probably going to keep him around until Xbox dies at this point and just point the finger at him. Why not?
He's
There's your
almost
perfect
60,
scapegoat.
though. You'd think he'd be ready to retire.
I don't know, man. He's probably making a very, very beautiful chunk of change.
Do I have it
Yeah,
up in this?
I don't know.
Keep going.
It could kind of
just-
be. Well,
Oh, yeah.
no, I guess not.
It's in
That's not the
rumors
American
what
way.
I'm looking for. We're okay. We'll get to it.
I watched the Did You Know Gaming video earlier about the Virtual Boy and how it was Yokou's, like, it was going to be his shining send off, and then it was the Virtual Boy. That was a bit interesting video.
Didn't
honestly.
that make him resign?
Essentially,
And yeah, because he went on to make the Wonder Swan, right? I think.
yeah, and then he died before it released.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. That's I don't know. In Japanese culture, that's killer. That's real killer. Something like that happening. But anyway.
yeah, because I was like, well, it could kind of be like a situation like that where he just cares enough, but that's not the American way. We don't care.
Yeah, no. We don't have personal respect.
No, especially not for whatever the work is.
Sean Noguchi, the president of EA Japan, shared his thoughts on the situation. Quote, he mentioned that while restructuring might sound positive in the West, in Japan it's simply seen as layoffs. Don't worry, bud. It's seen as layoffs here too. In a lengthy post on X, I love that this has formerly known as Twitter on it still. Noguchi said,
Good.
machine translated, in recent years, foreign affiliated companies have become more inclined to seek short-term results from large-scale investments, and there are many cases where they change direction to meet shareholders' expectation before enough time has passed. We believe this incident is a result of such structure. He expressed his disappointment with their decision, emphasizing that the industry is shaped and supported by each game developer. Quote, what supports the game industry are the creators and staff who have been working sincerely on development. As someone in the industry, I feel a deep sense deep sense of pain from this decision. The regret that something built over a long period of time will not be released to the world, and the reality that gamers who are looking forward to it will never have seen the chance to experience it. It's like a nice, it's a lot of nice words, but he's a president of EA. I don't trust that dude at all.
No,
Like,
Yeah, no.
well said, bud.
but
But
yeah, it kind of sounded like how people are arguing against AI, right? Like in terms of creative industries,
yeah,
but it's coming from the president of EA. So like, how much of that is just to get people off EA's back?
Nintendo may use shorter development costs on some games to offset high costs. Shorter development periods. Sorry, blue.
Those are two very different things. Yeah.
Yeah. Shorter development periods on some games to offset high costs. Yeah. I mean, like, can't we go back? Can't AAA developers make indie level games? Can't we just do more of
Can't
that?
we go back to just reusing the old engines?
Can Nintendo put out a game that's $15?
No, they will not
No,
do that.
Physically
but
impossible.
Well, okay, well, no,
I
we
do
can't say
think
that, I guess, because the what's it call it? The wheelchair basketball is 20. I can't think of the name, but that's only $20. So that's close. That's significantly closer, and it's a Switch 2 exclusive.
Yeah.
But there's nothing going on in it whatsoever.
Any lower, my multi-billion-dollar company will go bankrupt.
Yeah, Shiggy's gonna starve.
I do think oh, this is kind of like the Wii U and 3DS, where they had, and kind of what we've seen a bit on the Switch one already, where like things like another code and uh Famicom Detective Club and the Donkey Kong port. My big thing is I just want cheaper.
Yeah.
Like it's not really a change of strategy.
Yeah, can we just? Oh, I don't know. Like hell, we're gonna ask for them to make the games cheaper, and they're gonna do it. I am
Sure.
kind of tempted to get Return to Dreamland Deluxe right now because it's on sale for 40.
Oh,
But
nice.
but I am like not because DK Bonanza comes out in like a week and some change, or no, literally a week. No, a week and some change.
We can change.
So I'm holding off. Trying not to trying to tone it down.
Well, just a little bit.
Nintendo is so full of geniuses. Okay. Even Zelda and Star Fox veteran Takaya Imamura felt a quote constant sense of inferiority working with them. Yeah, I mean,
Okay, Nintendo.
look, on the one hand, I'm sure they're very qualified people. But on the other hand, this feels like is everybody that works in there an actually person? I hope not. There's no way. There's no way. Those games are too fun. Impossible.
Yeah.
I think it's more of the idea of I'm blanking on words, my bad. There's imposter syndrome. You know, like most of the people on like at least the higher tiers of Nintendo are they've been in the industry for 40 years.
Industry
Yeah.
veterans. No, that's fair. That's fair. Everybody has imposter syndrome, though.
I know I sure do.
Mm-hmm. That's why you just gotta stay busy enough that they don't question it.
It just you question it.
Exactly, but like, I can't fire me. They can fire me.
I can't fire
So they-
me. I love that sentence.
Yeah. Correct.
Ubisoft wants gamers to destroy all copies of a game once it goes offline.
What? What? That can't be real. That can't be real. That
I
can't
saw
be real.
no, oh it is. I've seen it. Yeah, dude.
Uh,
It's really true. Like this is their because of the Stop Killing Games petition that's been going on and kind of all over the internet for a little bit. Yeah, that's how they feel about it. It's almost
uh,
like I feel like someone on this is like a green text about Ubisoft. I can't believe that it's actually them. It's like, yeah, no, we actually want you to destroy every copy.
oh, it's so funny. If you bought physical, you're probably not gonna like in this day and age, you're probably keeping around the copy.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know about you guys, but if I got invested in an online game and then it went offline, and even if I couldn't play it, wouldn't you keep it for like collector reasons? Be like, there's a story
Sentimental.
behind this game. Yeah, like it becomes a display piece.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what Lego
We
Universe is
Lego
for.
Universe is, yeah, because we have the physical copy. I'll have to see if I can find that when we go home. I think it's on a shelf somewhere, probably.
PS4
That
exclusive. Or,
that's so funny.
yeah, that headline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Come on, guys, destroy your copies.
How can
We
we
know
charge
you
you
paid.
for the remake if you don't get rid of this one?
We know you paid $60, but you should destroy it.
It's
So
like
we can
that.
charge you 90 in a couple of years.
It's like that movie or like cartoon trope where like some small wimpy character walks into like a bar with a bunch of like super big burly characters, and they demand something, like or like say that they're on a mission to find something or whatever. They say it to the whole bar, and then everybody in the bar just stares for a second, and then just busts out laughing the whole place.
Yeah.
Facts.
PS4 exclusive Entwined removed from PlayStation Store without warning. Cool. Yeah.
Oh,
Um. This is just the world we live in now. This isn't like even news. Cool.
this
Licensing sucks. So when licenses get screwed up, yeah.
This was
gone.
apparently made by a PlayStation team that closed.
So they took it down.
Yeah,
Okay.
like they closed a while ago, but like that's at least give people warning.
See,
Yeah, you think it wouldn't be that
this
hard?
is this is kind of where the idea of doing the game preservation has to be while the games are releasing, even though it's not going to be cheap. Like if you're trying to preserve all the games, you have to buy them as they release because you don't know when they're either not going to be in print anymore or when the store is just going to take them down.
Um, Stop Killing Games has reached 1 million signatures. Actually, I think by now it's reached like 1.2 or 1.3. They kept going.
Which is good because this
Yeah.
needs for it to actually work in Britain. Uh, it has to be people who live in Britain and like they have. There's some other thing that doesn't happen for a lot of them, so it can't actually go to Parliament even if it reaches the signature amount. Some kind of recheck or something. I don't know.
Interesting.
I
So we're
saw
hopeful that that doesn't happen. So the more it goes over that million, the better.
huge. I saw a thing saying like there's all these companies that signed like against it, and the only one that
Yeah,
didn't
but
was
like,
Steam. Dude,
yeah, but I haven't
Steam remains
seen
goated.
proof. The thing is, I haven't seen proof of that.
It was on
Even
Twitter.
the guy that no, but like the guy that yeah, exactly. The guy that posted it said it was just what he had seen. He didn't say where he found
Where
that data or anything.
Guys,
So
source,
like,
I made
guys,
it up.
that meme is like from 4chan. So none of it is true at all, technically. There's no telling. But I did
God,
see
we
that.
love 4chan rumors on the show.
But I mean, I'd believe it because I genuinely think that, like, there's a lot of companies that would probably pay a decent chunk of change to have Gabe Newell assassinated.
yeah, I can
Get
see
him
that.
replaced with
That might
someone
be a
lower
little
in
bit
the company.
schizophrenic of an opinion, but
But like that,
And
I get him to get someone more in the industry instead of trying to be like consumer friendly.
yeah, yeah, some way pry him away from Steam, replace him with a reptilian, like the rest of them.
Yeah.
All right, on to Collector's Corner, the weekly segment where you go around and talk about the games been playing, games been buying, everything else that's been going on. We use a wheel to decide who goes first, so let's see who we got this week. Ooh, it's really close. Alex, you're up.
Okay, I've played Rivals. I played the game of the week a bit. I played RE6 a little bit more. Just working through the campaigns. I'll start. Something else. I'm not remembering. I don't know. It's been in like a weird funk, and we've
That's
had
the McDonald's talking.
yeah, but also we go home this weekend, but like basically every weekend for a while we've been doing things or having people over or cleaning for people or whatever.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we can get back to normal.
Well done.
Oh, I played a bit of the Persona mobile game that my laptop really hates. Shocker to nobody.
Yeah. Seriously. All right. Let's see who's up next. Short and sweet. Hopefully you get out of that funk. All right, me. Bro, what haven't I done? I got injured.
True.
I got a assessment for a root canal and the scrapes, mild injury. I got that root canal assessment. Turns out I need 2 root canals. I have another appointment on Thursday. Kill me.
Oh, sorry, my dude.
I'd already talked about all this, but I got married. I gave blood. I volunteered. I worked a lot. I partied hard last weekend, a little bit too hard, but I was okay. I am not built for drinking anymore, boys. I'm getting old. Wasted my whole Sunday. I couldn't even.
Recovering.
Yeah, I got a Target pickup order of groceries at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon because I needed groceries for the week. But that was the best I could do. I was like, I'm not going in a store today. There ain't no way.
You're like,
There's enough to get me in the
nope.
car and go drive. Yeah. So found that out. Still digesting that fact. But games. Aaron and I have been playing a decent amount of multiplayer on Mario Kart World. That's been pretty fun.
Nice.
It's finally nice having somebody that like wants to play a lot of video games because like Jewel likes video games, but like
She doesn't
one
want to play them constantly. Yeah.
one it's kind of hard to have a good time when she's like seriously a novice and I'm autistic.
um.
Like
Yes. Welcome to married life.
yeah. Well, like, and like I know how, but like she can tell when I'm like going easy, even if I'm not making it obvious. Because especially like with Mario Kart or something, it's very clear that I'm not trying. Because like we play Mario Kart all the time. We've talked about that problem before. So having Aaron around, and also like Mario Kart World is just a lot more even, especially on knockout tours. Like it's just so chaotic and constant the whole time. It really is a lot more of a fair fight, even if you kind of have mismatched skill levels, at least for a bit.
Yeah.
Because anything can happen.
As long as you make it to the top 12, it you know becomes manageable. You
Yeah.
know.
So playing that, played a ton of Tears of the Kingdom. I beat the first of the 4 bosses. I went to the mountains this time to the Rito because I wanted the wind power for traversal. I've already probably put like I don't know 30 hours or something into it on Switch 2. I'm really liking Switch 2.
Nice.
I got my pre-order in for the water fueled case, like my Switch 1 leather case that I have. I finally got my pre-order in for the Switch 2 version of that, so I should get it at the end of the month ish. Um, and more Fast Fusion. I unlocked the faster leagues, and this game is starting to get pretty freaking chaotic. And I'm only on like the second or the mid tier speed, so I'm really excited to see what the fastest league is like because this is really turning out to
Yeah.
be some serious F-Zero. I cannot praise this game enough, especially for being $15. It is so worth it. I'm having a great time. Um, and I got a Switch 2 Pro controller because of all this dental stuff that uh
You're
is
like,
going on.
I need something.
I was like, yeah, it was literally on the way back from getting my antibiotics for the infection, and I was like, screw this. I pulled over to Best Buy, went and bought one, um, and yeah, like a little regret because obviously I don't need
You
it,
want it
We're
to
waiting
wait.
for special
but
edition.
it's so good, dude. I don't care. It's so good. That controller is like the most premium controller, and I normally like normally Nintendo doesn't make very very premium feeling things. They feel like they're good, they're sturdy, but like Joy-Con 1 were super flimsy. Their Pro Controller one was very nice, like very standard. I didn't have any complaints about it, but it wasn't like whoa. And I don't know, the Switch 2 Pro Controller is like just so silent and smooth. It's just the Switch 1 but pure, like refined into a really good controller, and I love it. I'm very obsessed with the tactile feel. I think the HD Rumble's way better. I think the new texture on the actual controller itself is really good. Um, the sticks feel sturdier and way smoother, and it's just I don't know. I I had a little regret when I first bought it because I was like, Grant, you shouldn't be buying this right now. But ever since then, I have not looked back. It's been whatever. I've already
Right.
got
Okay, but
I'm still gonna sell one of my. I'm gonna sell a couple controllers for sure. We're gonna get rid of some uh Joy-Con and stuff too. I'll let you know which ones I'm thinking about getting rid of, Cameron, if
yeah,
you're interested in any of them.
yeah.
But yeah, so I am holding myself to downsizing, and I've still got like 5 consoles to sell in here. That's on the list. Uh, so yeah, just been using Switch 2 Pro controller, Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Kart World. Just it is so good. It is very expensive controller, and I understand if you don't want it, but if you're on the fence, I promise you it is very quality, very high quality. It feels better than my Xbox Elite controller did. To be fair, it was a
And that was
Series 1.
significantly more expensive.
Yes. That was a Series 1, so it is pretty old now, and it did serve me for a long time. Like, I don't want to slander the Elite controller. That's a great controller. It's a wonderful controller. But the Switch, I mean, it's just. I can't glaze enough. I can't glaze hard enough. All right, let's see who's last. Cooper's last. Cameron, you're up.
Cooper's last. Oh, okay. Oh. So I have been. What have I been up to? I played Game of the Week. I if I was not, I'm gonna be so honest, if I was not so invested in trying to get all of the Mario Kart World footage, which was mostly from launch, honestly. I put so much footage from launch, apparently. But if I was not trying to get all that rendered before we go home so that I have more space on my hard drive, I would have played a lot more of the Game of the Week. I was very much enjoying my time with it. I've obviously been playing Mario Kart World. Still trying to find secrets and whatnot, and I still have not looked up where anything is. Because I it's the only Nintendo exclusive Switch 2 game, and I just or at least right now, and it's Mario Kart. I have no problem, especially with it being digital, just popping it in and searching for stuff until I finally decide that I want to have the game 100%ed. Would be nice if I could actually find stuff though. It's been a minute since I found some stuff. Let's see what else have I done. No, this was that was not this week. So Chelsea's family was in town. Her extended family was in town. So I've spent a lot of time with them. And that was very, very busy. I did not have a lot of time for games or much. Let's see. I bought a new Magic Band. I bought a new Magic Band Plus. They released a new Phantasmic. Yep. They released a new Phantasmic design, and I bought that. But Chelsea now gets 35% off as her cast member discount.
That's pretty good.
So I am, yeah, right. So I am reaping the rewards of that, because 35% off of brand new items. So, yeah, happily. And then let's see, I just bought tempered glass for my Switch 2 since we're going home. I thought about buying like the big dock case, but apparently that's sold out everywhere. So I can't do that right now. So instead, I'm just going to be really careful with the dock.
Put it back in the box.
Right.
I mean, it's like packing in some clothes or something. It's not that fragile. Don't and take the cords out and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, just.
But yeah, I'm just gonna transport it carefully.
Or have a nice little soft bag with a big old warning on it. Carry softly. I need a bag like that.
Right. Yeah. Since we're going home this weekend, I was like, I need something for it. Apparently, the Switch, if I take off one Joy-Con, the Switch 2 fits in the Switch 1 case, which is not great. That's why I bought the tempered glass, just in case it moves it at all. But I don't have to try to be like, oh well, I need to track this down, because I did find one. There's apparently the Walmart back home has it, but I but sure, let me spend $40 on a case I can't use until after I get home. Great.
I mean,
And
well,
when
you'd have it on the way back.
yeah, but it's it it's just not worth the effort. It'll be available eventually. I can manage for now. But
Speaking of, I need
I
to
think my
check my
real
email.
problem for what your case.
Yeah. Well,
I think
got
the
the
real
D-Brand
problem
case
is
too.
my Switch 1 case that I used uh forever, right? Basically until I got the Switch dock, and I still use it, right? Like I still use it for the Switch 1. But until I got the big Switch dock case, that was my only carrying case. That was from the Zelda Collector's Edition back in 2017. I have never gotten a proper Switch 1 case because I always had one. I did not get that option with Mario Kart World, so I don't have just a carrying case.
Yeah,
It's throwing me off so much.
I spent a lot of time figuring out what I wanted for the Switch 2 case. Outside, like I knew I wanted the same Waterfield bag because I already know those are top notch. But like as like a case, like a grip kind of thing, I spent forever
Yeah.
looking and trying to pick one of those out. So I feel your pain. Like sometimes it's really hard to choose.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hey, thank you.
So I did. Let's see. Yeah, I ordered screen protector so that the screen will be safe while it's being transported in the Switch 1 dock case, and then I ordered USB caps. Like I think it was like 20 or 30 of them. I don't remember. Because I can't find one of my caps, and I'm like, why am I searching so hard for this? They're they cost nothing for the sheer quantity that you can get on Amazon. So those should be here tomorrow, and then I'm not gonna have to worry about USB caps anymore because I will have basically infinite.
Wonderful.
Um,
All right.
yeah, I think that's
Well,
everything.
now that you're back, Cooper, why don't you finish this out?
Yeah. All right. So I've been playing a lot of the game of the week because I finally had like a free week with classes starting to cool down a little bit. I went to work this weekend as usual. It's actually like I'm surprised it wasn't like near as bad because like it really like it was just slow for like 4th of July. But I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I mean everyone's out
Yeah,
grilling and stuff.
yeah. The parks have been slow because Disney blocked everybody out, um, except for like the two highest tiers.
Uh, too poor, you're out.
Exactly.
Oh, I bet those parks would be so nice. I know it'd be like super hot, but like just the limited people.
Dude,
Oh
the
yeah.
really funny thing is Tron was shorter when y'all were here than it was uh this weekend, it looked like.
Yeah, they block them out because they've got a lot of guests. It's not that it's
Well, no. They used to have a lot of guests. The wait times are still lower than they should be for a holiday weekend.
sure.
So, oh yeah. And then I bought a few things off for the summer sale. I bought the exam, which is like a very short, like it. I did in less than 2. I beat it like 100% of it in like less than 2 hours. It's a very short, like incremental game, like Cookie Clicker and all those. I really liked it. I thought it was really cool. And then I bought
I did see
the Dave
you
the
beat
Diver.
that. I wasn't sure what it was. Oh, you bought
Yeah, it's
Godzilla.
not Godzilla, but the
Oh,
the
Ichiban.
Ichiban. Yeah. I figured it's on sale. Why not?
Fair.
Apparently, it's got like a rhythm game section and like a like old school fighting game, like the
Well,
side scrolling fighting game section. So I was like, okay, that
well,
sounds cool.
yeah, it has to have karaoke.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
That's a
Because I got
staple of
mentioned
Yahoo.
the summer sale, Cooper. I forgot I got a couple games yet too. Or no, I talked about those. That was last week. Damn, it's already been a week.
it already been a week. Yeah.
Yikes!
Crazy.
Yikes!
Time flies when all you do is work.
Anyway, never
I don't like
mind.
that.
Sorry to interrupt. Anyway, what else you got?
Oh, so you got
He's gone. He's
Cooper?
dead.
He's dead.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry.
Hello.
Nothing too crazy. Cause I've been playing like solitaire, but like in real life.
No cheating.
No cheating. Yeah, I realized I cheated growing up, like as a kid. Oh my goodness.
The dogs are angry that you cheated growing up.
Yeah,
Dude,
how dare you cheat at
cause like
solitaire, dude?
you're,
15 years
dude,
ago.
cause I didn't, because yeah, like 15 years ago, cause like y- when you start a new stack, when you empty out the stack and there's like nothing left, there's like a blank spot. You can only move kings into that blank spot. Growing
Yes.
up, I just moved whatever the hell I wanted to in that blank spot. I realized because it's like, dude, how did I win every round growing up? I was like, how?
Oh, because you
And
just
I was
play.
looking into the rules. I was double checking. I was like, oh, because I cheated.
Amazing.
You can That's kind of why I like the digital one though, because you're definitely going to be stuck with the rules, and it should be completable.
Yeah, I know. Like on some of the digital, like you can like reverse your moves too.
Okay, that's cheating, but yeah.
Yeah,
Well, all right. On to game of the week.
and
Oh, you still got something?
yeah,
Wait,
What you got?
do you have something?
I think that's it. Sorry.
Oh,
Cooper was
I
trying
played
to
a
think.
little bit of
Well,
Labyrinthine.
you're interrupted.
okay.
Yeah,
Fair.
my bad. Yeah, I played a little bit of Labyrinthine because I got like the summer event going on, which is kind of cool, and that's about it.
All right. Okay. Now, game of the week. Balatro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another game that I have no trouble
Balatro.
glazing. Very awesome game.
Dude, a lot of fun, bro.
It really just lets you scratch that gambler itch, I feel,
Yeah.
without having to actually gamble.
Yeah.
Because, like,
I
you could play
agree with
online
that.
poker, but eh. Or you could play poker IRL or something, like with just chips, like with your buddies or whatever. But that's like a thing you got to set up. And this is just pick up and, I don't know. It's very
Pick
fun.
up
This
and
is
go.
single player
Yeah.
poker.
Yeah.
Like a meme I saw for Velatro though, where it was like me playing the poker game with my buddies and then turning my cards into glass.
I still can't believe there's a score of 100 million chips in a single hand achievement.
That's insane.
I've
Yeah.
That's
watched
insane.
I watched a YouTuber do a run where he got uh infinite, where the number just breaks.
Wow.
What do you have to get for that?
Like different builds, but it's basically the best cards in the game are high card to build up.
Intriguing.
Which is fair. You're less likely to get locked out of. You can't use your favorite card style,
Yeah.
and it's
I
more
ended up
likely to
winning.
hit every time.
Oh. I ended up winning 2 runs this past week.
Nice.
Nice. I have not won any. Um, one of the runs I got at tutorial run and one of the later runs I got to, I think, uh, uh level 5, whatever the levels are called.
Anti.
And yeah, anti 5. And kind of just went downhill from there. The tutorial run was doing okay, but I choked some one of the runs. I don't remember what if it was either of these two, but one of the runs my mouse my mouse has been messing up, right? Because the USB extender is broken and it double clicked. So I thought I was playing a straight. Yeah, no, the fifth card didn't play.
Oh.
Oof.
So I was like,
Yeah, I've
oh,
done that a couple
okay.
times. Those are really killer when you think when you play the wrong hand and like you could like there if you that was like your last hand or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, or it's
That
like
one boss.
you needed to not
Yeah.
like, especially when
You
you're playing a
needed
straight,
that
right? Like
hand
it's
for
like
something. Like it lines up
you need that
perfectly.
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah, and it just
It's like you needed that hand to actually be able to continue. It doesn't matter if it's your
Like
last hand or not. That hand was a requirement. Yeah,
there's
that felt bad.
the one boss
Um,
one where it's like
but
you must play 5 cards. That one messes me up all the time
oh
because
yeah,
I'll literally just
I
space out.
had that. I
I'll be
had
like,
that.
oh yeah, dude, that one messes me up all the time because I literally
Let's
space
see.
out. So
I I had that and the no discards in the same run.
no
I
discard is so
burned
rough.
the Joker that kills the discard, or that kills the boss blind, and I
Yeah,
used it on the no discard.
yeah,
Yeah. And then it was like, oh hey, play 5. I'm like, oh, thankfully that was a run where I was doing well with like uh 2 pairs. So the fifth card was just, you know, it's not great that it was getting burned, but like it was
yeah.
preferable to having to like I was like, because initially I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to play like a straight or something, or I'm gonna, burn 5 cards. No, that, it was good to learn that that was not the case, but it's not great. But that one is manageable. One of my runs though, I uh so I had the Joker that had the plus 20 for the multiplier for 3 cards or less. And then I had the plus multi for however many times you've used that that hand in this run. And that, the two of those together meant I was using a lot of small hands the entire run. Um yeah, that doesn't work in round 5.
yeah,
That
that's
came
rough.
back to bite me because it doesn't. You just don't get enough points. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
like if you're not burning, or if you're not earning like, you know straight or flush or something, you ain't getting through those higher antes. And I did not because I didn't have the points.
dang.
Yeah, no,
Man.
I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I will probably be playing it this week while we're home.
Yeah, I saw on on your Steam profile it played for the first time. So
Yeah.
it's your turn to get an addiction. Yay, Cameron's turn.
Genuinely, I would have so many more hours if I was playing it on my Switch. Because then I wouldn't
True.
have to be like, oh, well, I got to get whatever done. No, it would just be,
See,
it's on TV. Play cards. That's wait, Grant, have you
I've
tried it with the mouse? Yeah,
I do not have Balatro
Ooh.
on
is that
Switch.
an option for Switch? Ah,
I have it on
Cooper, we're gonna try that while we're
Steam
home.
fake
because
fan,
I
bro.
bought it before.
Fake fan.
Oh wait, no, I do. I have the physical
It even
copy,
came
but
out.
I haven't opened it because why would I?
Because you
Yeah,
have to
fair,
open
fair.
it every 5 years.
Ah, damn it! Ah, you're right. I do. Damn. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to open it.
It was the physical edition was $20. Somewhere I saw. Uh,
I mean,
probably
you
need
could
to
leave it closed,
grab it.
and then it's like, Balatro for Switch, unopened. Probably doesn't work.
No. It's Schrodinger's Switch cartridge. Does it work? It does until you put it in.
True. But yeah, Cameron, now that you're a fan of the game, you gotta buy all the copies, all the physical copies. One for the
No,
Xbox,
Cooper. I will.
PlayStation, and Switch.
Oh, absolutely. I don't support Xbox.
I guarantee you, buying a copy
Cooper
of
owns Among
Balatro.
Us on Xbox.
You could probably find a copy of Balatro on Xbox for like $5 if you tried.
They even get one?
Xbox?
Yeah, Balatro, since they don't do physical.
Yeah, they made them before they
Yeah,
stopped doing that.
surprisingly, yeah. Yeah.
Heard.
Balatro wasn't literally the last helicopter out of Vietnam, but it was one of.
Probably, yeah, like the last 20 or like last 10.
Yeah. Somewhere around there.
Yeah, if I had to guess. I got it.
So anyway, back to convenience and Balatro. I've heard the best version of Balatro is the mobile version because of the touchscreen.
That's crazy.
And like it's
I-
Balatro is super like good to pull out when you're like waiting for something. You could just like do a run real quick. You got 15 minutes? You got 20 minutes? Give it a shot.
That's fair. I did actually pull it out. We were really slow at work, so I pulled it out at work because I have it on my phone as well.
Yeah. So,
Cooper is the
It
true
is
Balatro
actually.
fan, dude.
um
It's crazy.
The only bad thing is like your saves don't transfer, so I had to like restart every single time.
that's the only
Yeah,
reason I haven't really gotten a second version cuz like I got to do all these achievements.
Yeah.
So I just want to try to keep it all
or
on
like you
Steam.
unlock an achievement you don't have.
And it's good enough on Steam Deck. But
True.
yeah, Balatro, fantastic game, fantastic developer, free
Balatro.
updates all this time, and I don't know. I think based he got almost won Game of the Year last year. Like, wasn't this the indie nominee, or was that
Yeah.
just indie game?
It was definitely an indie game nominee.
I think it
might have
won
been
that.
Game
It
of the
won
Year.
several awards last year.
It won
Yeah,
a
because
lot of
well,
them,
it
yeah.
won several Game of the Years for last year. It just didn't win Game Award.
True.
Yeah. Because I like won like
So I
Apple
think
or
I
something
think
for
it was the indie game of the indie nominee for Game of the Year.
I'll pull up the store page real quick. It should be there.
Yeah, absolutely. If you haven't played it, go play it. It is
Oh yeah.
like I'm not even much of a poker guy, and I was still just like, okay,
BAFTA,
I can get
best
into
debut
this.
game, Game Awards, Game of the Year nominee, Game Awards, best debut indie game winner, Game Awards, best mobile game, best independent game, best game direction, Golden Joystick Best Indie Game and Breakthrough Award. Indie Game Awards Game of the Year and Award of Gameplay Design. IGN Best PC Game of 2024. Polygon Game of the Year. PC Gamer Game of the Year. CNET Game of the Year. AV Club Game of the Year. Yeah, that's all you need to know, dude. So it's just
Everybody
crack.
likes this
It's
game.
crack. Yeah.
It's crack.
And crack is also good.
At least in
It's-
terms of gaming.
It's so good, it'll ruin your life.
Oh yeah.
And Balatro will too. For real. It'll just like eat
Mm.
3 weeks of your time before you even realize
True.
what happened to you.
Well, especially on PC where you just can't. Oh, the clock's gone. Enjoy not knowing how long you spent on this game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the amount of nights I've already had with Balatro just like sitting in front of this computer with that background music on, it's really dissociating. So like
No,
Mhm.
after
actually,
like 3 hours of staring at this very bright screen and forgetting to put on my blue light glasses because I always do that and just listen to that music the whole time, I forget where I am. Just like all I know is card combos and math.
Fair.
All right.
Alex, you ain't said much. You got any thoughts before we close out a Balatro?
I mean, it's a good game, but we talked about it when I was playing a lot more. I played it this week, but like, I didn't get the same kick everybody else does from Balatro.
We need to make Alex like
Sit in front of the screen.
no,
Listen to the
no.
music. Torture
Listen,
chair
we need
style.
to we must teach him how to gamble properly. We must get him education and then send him to Vegas on our behalf. Because if he doesn't get a thrill out of gambling, that means he broke the system.
That's so true.
If he doesn't
Wait,
get excited about
no.
it, that's our
Then we
guy.
can just that's that he'll get kicked out. They'll be able to tell though. He has
Yeah,
to be
but
able
they
to
won't kick him
fake-
out until after he already wins a bunch of money.
Well, yeah, but like he has to be able to fake enthusiasm. Otherwise, they're gonna be like, this guy's sketch.
Oh,
We're gonna
he
keep an
won't
eye
have
on
to
him as
fake
soon
any
as-
enthusiasm when he gets the money.
That's so
That'll be
true.
real. That'll be all real. Yeah, I forgot Alex didn't
Mm.
ever really like get that hook.
Click with it as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Not everything's for everyone. But it is definitely worth trying.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? Like $15?
Yeah.
Yeah. 10%
Physical
off right
edition's
now
currently 20
for
for
another
Switch.
28 hours. So 24 hours by the time you hear this, but yeah, $15. So worth it. On to the tidbits. Sonic Adventure director says don't expect remakes or remasters anytime soon. Okay. I guess.
I wasn't.
Yeah, like
Okay.
they don't know I'm not remastering this game. A new animation celebrating Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is coming this September. It is most likely the same team that did Sonic Frontiers Prologue Divergence and Sonic X Shadow Generations Dark Beginnings. Oh, dude, what a title. Reverse is gone. Officially shut down. Rest in peace.
Rip.
Another game that has come and gone in the time that we've been doing this podcast. We were here when it started. We are here when it ended.
Yeah. Rest in peace to this game that I never literally cared about ever. Feels weird to be like, rip, even though I never touched you. The Witcher 3
I have footage of it on StormwindGames,
Oh no, we play it once?
but that's it. That was we Alex and I played it for beta.
I want to say I either
Yeah.
played it once
I
with
don't know
you
if we
guys,
played
like
it more than
one
that.
time, or maybe I watched you guys play it.
Or we talked about it.
I
Some.
remember
Maybe,
seeing. I
maybe
remember
we all played it
footage.
together. I don't remember.
I don't know. The Witcher 3's no fetch quest policy will return for The Witcher 4. Good. I think that's
Yeah.
fine. Like, I don't think that's a universal rule that should apply to open world games, but I'm cool with, like, I don't know, The Witcher, that's the thing they do. They don't do fetch quests. I don't know. If one
Yeah.
series does it,
Like,
it's kind of cool.
honestly-
It's a trait.
Yeah. If everyone does it, fetch quests are dead.
They're gonna kill
I
fetch
don't. I
quests.
don't think fetch quests aren't inherently bad. It's when your game is mostly fetch quest.
Yeah, like, obviously they're like a tool, right? Like, if you want to encourage exploration of an area, then you can make a fetch quest somewhere that says, hey, go way over here to go get this thing. But in the process, you force the player to go explore that area. And, I don't know, like, they're useful and not inherently, like, bad. But yeah, you're right. When they become mostly fetch quests, or all fetch quests, it's gross.
I mean, a lot of games are just like fetch quests though, because like the Pirates game we played for the Pirates of the Caribbean, that game is literally like
100% fetch quest.
True, but the point of that game isn't to
Yeah,
do
but-
the quests. The quests are just excuses for.
It's to
It's
be with
to-
your buddies.
it's the quests are to give you an excuse to go explore and get some free levels while
I mean,
you're
that's
being a
true.
pirate
While
in
having-
a
just
free
having
game
fun.
with your buddies.
Is that like,
Yeah.
isn't RuneScape also like the same idea, or
A bit,
Some,
but
well,
it
sometimes the quests are
also has
sometimes.
real quest
um
lines.
not fetch.
Yeah, there's a good hand. There's a couple quests that are literally just fetch quests, but most of them always have like a story, and it's more like you got to fight stuff and like do skill checks and solve puzzles and stuff. But there is a quest that I did the last time I was on RuneScape. I did it. It was called One Small Favor. It's apparently very infamous as a quest, and I found out because I did it. And it's the joke is that it's a series
Isn't
of
that
fetch quests.
quest?
It's like the
Yeah, you
Yeah.
you have someone asks you one small favor to go get something for them, i.e. fetch quest. So you go to get that thing from somebody and they're like, "Oh, I don't have that thing. I don't have that thing because XYZ. Can you fix that thing?" That's great. I need one small thing to fix that thing. Go get it. And then you repeat and you go. And it literally goes like 7 or 8 deep. And once you get to the 8th thing, then you can finally get what you need, give it to the first person, and then you backtrack all the way through all those people, give them the thing to get the thing to go to the next place to do the thing over and over and over again. It took like 2 hours. But I'm also super slow at playing RuneScape, so, maybe that was just me. It was really tedious, though.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of fetch quest that people hate.
Yeah, that
For
quest
good reason.
sucks. That kind of stuff is but
Yeah, but that one's kind of funny.
yeah, like I get the joke, like the title is One Small Favor, haha. But like when you actually have to play the quest, it's not funny anymore. Because like you need to beat the quest for a bunch of totally unrelated stuff. If it's a prerequisite for a bunch of other quests, that's the only reason I did it. So like you just have to do it to unlock things. And
Don't worry, these people will be necessary later.
yeah. And that's right about the time I stopped playing. I was like, oh my god. RuneScape sometimes really is.
well,
RuneScape
I will-
is
I did one
dry
small
fetch quests.
favor.
It's either fetch quests or just clicking in the same spot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
one of my coworkers asked me last Friday. They were like, "Did you ever play any MMOs?" And I was like, "RuneScape was the big one in my group." I was like, "I still have a buddy who plays it every few months. He'll buy a subscription and play till he gets burned out."
Let's see. Dreams canceled overnight. EA Japan slams Microsoft over
What?
sudden. Oh no, we read that. Hey, get out of here.
Oh yeah,
The
my
EA
bad.
Japan thing. The Last of Us creator Neil Druckmann is stepping down
One
from
job,
the
bro.
HBO TV show. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, if
I think I saw that.
okay, so did the second season of The Last of Us follow the second game? That's correct.
Yes.
It
yes.
didn't finish it.
It didn't finish it.
No, they're doing a third season, which is going to finish the second game.
Okay.
I don't know. The guy who's in charge of the show wants to do 3 seasons for the second game.
That's too many seasons, dude.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, I mean, how are they going to keep making money? I thought it was going to
Way too many
be.
seasons.
I thought they're just going to keep the show going. So like,
No.
why? And the creator was like, I don't want any part of that. What do you mean you're going to keep going?
What do you mean you're going to keep going? My story is over.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
They didn't finish the second game.
I guess we'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, but they're supposed to. Mhm. You'll hear it here last.
Yeah. After revealing he was ordered to destroy his copy of Fallout source code, OG lead Tim Kaine says we're losing game history because companies, quote, take authority but not responsibility for preservation. They need to step up and take that responsibility more seriously if they're claiming authority. Great way to put it.
Do you
Love it.
think he actually destroyed every copy he got?
No.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, I destroyed every copy I've got, but Grant has a copy.
Genius.
Look, it's basic backing up, right? One backup is no backup, and two backups is one backup. But if I give an off-site backup to a buddy, that's no longer my backup.
I destroyed all
just
my
don't say
copies,
that.
but this other profile on my computer
I
with a
destroyed all my copies.
suspiciously similar name of Kim Tane has a copy. But that's not me, Tim Kaine. That's a different profile. I didn't make that. I didn't put that there. Prolific Port Studio says any 60 FPS Xbox Series S game will easily port to Nintendo Switch 2. I saw that headline. I hope that's true. Actually, not just talk, but because that means there's probably a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
There's a nice well. Nintendo Cube has revealed on their official website that they were in charge of development for Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. I really kind of I'm tempted to get that game, but I just like don't want to. I don't want to give you $10 for that game. That should have been a pack-in. That's
well,
so
now
not
you just
fair.
need a camera now.
What?
It should have been back in.
At least it's not $50 like 1-2 Switch. But like that's a very low bar.
Yeah, true, but like both of
I've heard it's worse than 1-2 Switch though. So
why is it $10? At that point,
well, yeah, it's a tutorial. Like it's not even like a. There's not really.
Why do I have to pay
it's a
$10 to
game.
learn about my console?
Yeah, wait.
That's a good question. Because how will the billionaires eat, right?
Yeah, Shiggy's gonna starve. He can't buy any SIGs.
Okay, but that's not Yeah,
that's his SIG money.
yeah, that's not normally Nintendo's problem, though.
No.
Super Mario Strikers is now available for the GameCube NSO expansion pack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I did boot that up and play like half of a game just to see when it came out. That game's got a pretty good soundtrack. I forgot about that. It's not like whoa, blow my mind away, but like especially for a sports game, it's a pretty good soundtrack. I like it. Just a random thought I had. Xenoblade
Yeah.
Chronicles developer Monolith Soft earned 19% profit increase for the fiscal year ending March 2025. Nice. Didn't they give all their employees bonuses or something? Was that one of those companies? Or is that somebody else?
I think so.
Ooh.
That sounds like something Monolith Soft would have done.
Because I was going to say, I hope so. They seem to be doing just great.
They deserve it. Fantastic.
Final Fantasy IX is celebrating its 25th anniversary. Happy 25, Final Fantasy. Isn't 25 when your
Yeah.
car insurance goes down? What's 25?
I think so.
Congratulations, Final Fantasy
Yeah,
IX.
but then you have
can
to get your
cheaper
own, and
cars.
it
think-
kicks you out.
I think they announced merch.
Marvel Rivals devs confirmed their license to turn any character from the past 85 years of Marvel Comics into a playable hero, and they want to get weird. Well, I hope they do. Have some fun with it. It's
They've
always cooler
also
when they do that.
said they're considering fan votes for who the next hero should be. I don't think
Well,
that's a good idea.
no. That's how you get completely random characters.
Nintendo denied.
Well, no, for a while it'd be just popular.
Hmm. That's also true.
Nintendo denies Switch 2 sold 5 million units, says data was test only. What did they mean test only?
Well, there was a news article that came out that said they sold 5 million. But they need to deny that if they didn't actually sell that because investors.
Fair, valid.
Nintendo says it's deeply involved in movie productions and teases more projects beyond the Legend of Zelda movie. Mario movie 2?
Let's
We
go.
know Zelda's
Pikmin
supposedly
movie?
going to be a trilogy, which is why they want to cast it.
Honestly, I think Pikmin would be a series. Now that I think about it, like the Pikmin shorts.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
Nintendo relents.
I don't.
Oop.
I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't know what the other series. Not not the Donkey Kong series. I don't want quality like that.
I do.
Bald Donkey Kong.
Nintendo relents and confirms that DK
you're
Bonanza
saying?
is being made it by the Mario Odyssey team after weeks of fans guessing just that. Oh, did I tell you guys I played the demo for DK Bonanza?
No, no, you did not mention that. How
That's
was it?
pretty
Yeah,
cool.
so the Target I was at to get my meds, my antibiotics, did not have the demo, which is a shame.
Yeah.
But the one in South Huntsville that I'm starting to go to now, and I have to transfer over to, they had the demo, so I played for a few minutes. I saw a couple frame dips. I'm gonna be honest. I swear, please, let's not go through this again. It just came out. But outside of a couple of those,
Well,
and
it's not out yet.
yeah, I know. Well, I meant the Switch 2.
Well,
The
I
Switch
mean,
2
yeah,
just
but it's
came
pretty.
out.
It's pretty
The
close.
second game that comes out on it from Nintendo doesn't need to be doing this. I mean, like, split
Sure.
second, but still, I noticed them. to be fair, there was a lot of stuff going on, so I don't know. Like the destructible environment thing is crazy. Really, everything can be destroyed in there, and once you pick it up and start playing, this is. And I want to circle back around to the last thing about the Mario Odyssey team. You immediately realize if you play Mario Odyssey anytime recent before you get to DK Bonanza, you pick that game up, you'll be like, oh, this is just like it feels the
More of
exact
the
same. The
same.
physics feel the exact same. But you're a
Were
big
you
monkey
using
and you get to beat
Pro
up
or Joy-Con?
Pro.
Okay.
That's kind of what made me really want the. Or no, never
The-
mind. That was
the
from the
new
week before. That's
Pro was
no, that was after. I'm mixing things
Yeah.
up. Anyway, the demo of the game was
Mm.
good. I mean, like it's very satisfying. I really
Very
like the
convincing.
banana jingle when you get the banana gems, and it's like banana. You get to hear that a lot. It's a satisfying jingle because you're going to be finding a lot of bananas everywhere. The mechanics feel similar to Mario Odyssey in that sense too. Of like there's area and you have to find all the instead of power moves, it's banana gems, and like the mechanics in which you find them are different, but it feels very much the same in like that aspect. You do get to truly break everything. It's pretty crazy, and I can see where you can string together some pretty cool stuff with the controls. Um, Super simple. There's like a dig up, dig down, and punch straight forward. So up, down, or straight digging, and you just
nice.
go to town. And you like slap the ground to grab all the items around you and stuff, so you can pick up a bunch of coins at once or whatever. And yeah, I didn't play all that very much of it. I probably played like 5 minutes, but I mean, there was nothing in there that was like, oh, this game isn't what I thought it was. It really kind of is what we all are already thinking it was. So I'm probably gonna be
Super
getting
Mario
that.
Odyssey successor.
Yeah, and like the graphics are great. I mm, I don't know. The one thing I'm holding out on is like those frame dips. Is this just truly like maybe there's a couple frame dips here and there thing, or is there something that is later in the game that we don't know about? Um, so I'm a little nervous about that. I might hold off at least for like a week until the reviews come out or something, just to see what they say.
Yeah, I will have it by then. So I will be able to let you know.
Or maybe Nintendo can just give games out before they release, and I can know beforehand. That'd be great. Remember when we used to be able to do that?
See, but they no longer trust anybody.
Ugh.
Well, we'll
Classic
see.
Nintendo.
The reason it didn't have a release on the
Mario Kart.
Kart is because nobody had the console.
Yeah, but they didn't trust sending those out to anybody.
Nope. Can't really blame them there.
Yeah, but we'll see. Maybe I'm being negative, and maybe some reviews will come out like on the 15th or something, and we'll see. I'm really holding out hope. I just hope it's not like a really big issue. So anyway, next up, reviving Sega will be the greatest achievement in my career, says company president. Okay, bud. Good luck. I'm rooting for you.
That certainly would be something to brag about.
Yeah.
I mean, we've definitely discussed this before. That their biggest thing is this. It's kind of Sonic, which they've worked really hard on for the most part. Frontiers was really well liked because they went, let's make a good game.
Yeah.
And then everybody loves Sonic Generations already, and they went, but what if we made it better? So, because like they've talked about, or yeah, at meetings that their big three teams things are Persona, Yakuza, and Sonic. So I guess they aren't in such a bad place where it wouldn't be that hard to build it. It's just more like build the reputation thing, right?
Yeah, it's not that's obviously just no small feat. I'm not trying to cast doubt that he couldn't do it. It's just that
But it will be very, very impressive
you've got an
if he
uphill
pulls
climb for
off.
sure. Yeah, you got a lot of work in front of you because there's a I guarantee you there's a lot more people out there that are just like me thinking like sure, but if I don't know, it feels like so many decisions that Sega makes have been bad in the past I don't know decade, and like yeah, it's getting better over the past couple
All
years,
the
so I
time.
hope that's going up. But like, it's gonna take a while for that to not be what people think of when they think of Sega as like disappointing and or nostalgic only. Like where they are really trustworthy as, especially like for any game they make or whatever. Like being a
Yeah,
true powerhouse again, like they used to be. Like not with hardware, but like with the software side too, because like
software.
they made a lot of really good stuff. And they're starting to come back. I don't know.
Sega
It's just
Bass
a.
Pro Fishing.
I really hope he does, because I'm tired of companies sucking all the time now. I would like more companies to be awesome and make good games and just be cool.
Yeah.
I need cool companies, and Sega could definitely be one
What
of those companies.
Especially as one of
what
the big
essentially you
third
want is
parties for Nintendo.
you want it to be, oh, I know it's a Nintendo game, so I'm probably at worst gonna have a good time. Oh, I know it's Capcom, so similar thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Like
want
I
Sega
want
to
it to
be
be a
able to move
trusted
back to that
developer that I
position.
know will like. Yeah, at worst, it might
It doesn't matter what the
be
game is; it will be.
like 7 out of
It might
10.
run a little poorly.
Worst case, 6 or
Yeah,
7 out of
Yeah.
10. There's nothing going to be truly horrible, and like very rarely is it going to be that low. You know, like I want to be a developer where most of the time it's an 8 or a 9 for me. So I do hope they do it.
I mean, PlayStation kind of falls under that, but do they release games anymore?
Yeah, I would count
Astrobot
PlayStation
Update
under there just
18.
because like they've got such high production value, like, and like I don't play a lot of like Sony first party games that are the super heavy behind the back story driven kind of games. Like God of War is really fun. I like the mechanics there. But like yeah, Sony to me is Gran Turismo 7 these days.
Yeah.
So I mean I bought it instantly. I knew it would be good. Um
Mhm.
yeah, Astrobot.
And that's what
Yes,
we
it's
want
the
Sega to be.
teams that sung, right? But we all will buy Astrobot too when that releases
Yeah.
eventually. Speaking of
Yeah,
which,
and then watch Sony have been like,
those
oh, this is no longer allowed to be a double A game. This has to be a triple A game, and
yeah,
it
no,
just
if they're
takes
smart, they
everything good
leave.
about Astro.
They could have it out in like 2 years, like that. We've talked about it before, and I don't really want to devolve into like the fact that for Spider-Man 2 they went, let's rebuild New York completely was dumb.
Yes.
It like they should have just left it, and then they could have built with. And I get it, they wanted like the wind tunnels or whatever, but still, the fact they went, we need to rebuild New York after they only used it for the main game, the DLC and Miles, was dumb. Welcome
Yeah.
back, Cooper.
Hello,
Thank
hello.
you, thank you.
Um Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D added to Nintendo Music. Okay,
Yeah, good.
cool, but where's my Mario 3D
But
Land,
why is the
Nintendo?
3DS version?
I
Why
mean,
why is the 3DS version here before actual like you know showstoppers?
yeah, you think they would have put the original
Why
first
not just drop?
or both?
What? Yeah, just more music. How hard is this?
Yeah, why are we
There's
still
some
spoon feeding, bro?
MP3s. Is MP3s, dude. Well, I get why they're spoon feeding it so that people have a reason to go back to the
Keep coming back.
app, but like
Yeah.
that's not how a music app should work.
No.
Dead by Daylight Cross the Walking Dead got a announcement trailer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not so
Honestly,
scared.
it feels so late. On
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I kind of missed the bus.
I was gonna say
Like
about like a
for
decade.
yeah.
uh,
I get it, right? Like you can't do it. Dead by Daylight was super small when it Walking Dead was actually popular. But like this feels so late.
Literally.
um, speaking of crossovers, Animal Crossing Crocs are coming out August 26th. Pair of Crocs
Yep.
and multiple packs of gibbets.
See, but
Yeah,
then,
I cannot imagine the licensing makes this any cheaper.
but like
No.
Escapist did the crossover with Walking Dead a while back.
Hmm.
Sorry, I was still on that. So I don't know. But I guess Escapist was bigger than Dead by Daylight. Back when like I don't know, because that's been out forever. Don't know.
Better
Don't care anyway.
licensing team.
Yeah,
Could be.
Team 7 or whatever.
Astrobot is getting vinyl, and it's only $40.
That's
I posted it in the chat.
40 ain't bad.
Ooh, dude. I was like, oh, this is going to be expensive. And at $40, dude, that's for video game vinyl. Video game vinyl is very expensive because it's usually so low
Yeah,
production
right.
run. Like, don't even get me started on those DKC
It
vinyls
looks
we
pretty
talked
good
about.
for the art.
Yeah, I love
Dude,
those.
the
I might
the
I
I am
might
8-bit stuff.
be
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Ooh. I mean, Fangamer made the Stardew Valley vinyl that I love so much. So like I could definitely I might buy this. For $40, that's pretty good. Two vinyls, custom white.
That's not bad.
And also Astrobot is
Yeah,
like one of my, that's definitely up there of best
favorite
games.
games.
It's just
You
incredible
can
game.
get I Am Astrobot in vinyl.
I am
Hell yeah.
Astrobot. Dude,
Yeah,
dude,
In
I need
fact,
to
that's the
boot. I
only
need to boot
song
that
I
game up.
won't
I need to
play.
go see those new levels. I need some. I'm ready for some more
Well, they're
Astrobot.
not out yet.
Yeah, I know,
I-
but I've missed like the last
They'll
couple
be
things they
out
did. They did like
this
a couple
week.
small things.
dude.
Like it's been quite a while
heard.
since I've touched. I
Yeah.
skipped out on a couple things. So
So they did the speedrun levels with 2 characters, and then they did the Christmas level, and then they did the very hard speedrun levels with 1 character. Let's just beat it. And then there's the new ones coming out Thursday.
Or is that when they release?
Uh,
We did that the last
I'll
time
say
they
that.
were dropping levels. We went home.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yes, Vicious Void Galaxy releases on the 10th, so Thursday. So 1 day after the show comes.
Fangamer's also the ones that made like the real life Balacho cards, right? Like the deck.
I think so.
I think so.
I've considered getting it, but it's like $16 for a deck of cards. It's like I don't know.
Oh
A
man,
lot.
the art on this vinyl is so good. I might have to buy that for real. Like actually, that's good stuff. Um, GTA 6 confirmed by Xbox to be 328. There's no way this is right. Megabytes?
What?
Ain't
Yeah.
no way.
Ain't no way. 300 megabytes.
Ain't
Hold
no
on.
way.
You
Hold on.
what?
300 megabyte license, maybe.
What?
This has got to
Where'd
be a
that image
meme. I
go?
found
Brawlhalla-
it from I found a Facebook post with it on there. And the top comment is your IQ level and shoe size much match. Yeah, maybe in
Ain't
1990.
no way, dude.
Is this the Switch port?
Dude,
Damn.
Brawlhalla itself is like 1 gigabyte, and that's impressive in itself. But like, that's Brawlhalla, and that's like very simple game, and it's still a gig. I think Among Us is also like a couple gigs.
Among Us
There's-
is like
You
half a
see
gig.
the image on
But,
the
like, there's
Yeah, it's like
nothing
right
to
under.
it.
on the
Yeah, there's nothing
Xbox
to
store
it.
where people are doing it.
Yeah, I saw
That's
where the
that's that's
yeah,
that's
that's
where they're
bait.
getting the number. That's how much that image is.
Yeah, they're like, that's the pre-download, bro. You're crazy. That's
I
funny though.
bought the
Dude, if it's-
license.
Dude, if it's that, I will literally eat my pants, bro. There's no way.
Dude,
You hear that? If GTA 6 is
the
300 megabytes,
logo.
Cooper's gonna eat his pants.
All right, Bart. The logo is
Real.
not 300 megabytes.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's hilarious, dude. I'm
That's
so glad you
crazy.
had that on there. That's so funny.
Old but still interesting tidbit of the week. Sherry holds Claire's hand in the OG RE2 if you idle near her. How
Oh,
cute.
that's sweet.
Let me see if I can
Nice.
find the image again. Had it saved.
On to the rumors. The Rogue Prince of Persia has been rated for PS5, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC in Australia. So that's coming.
Here's the image.
Nice.
Oh.
How cute.
Very much a product of its time, but it would have been cool for them to add that in the remake.
Yeah.
I think so.
Cowards.
No one at Halo Studios is confident with their next project currently. Microsoft trying to replace many jobs with AI, says Rebs Gaming. I don't know who Rebs Gaming
Stop
is.
trying to
but-
make Copilot a thing.
Of course, Microsoft's trying to replace it with AI.
Yeah, the whole industry
It will
is.
be.
It sucks.
This is why
They're
they
trying to
bought 3
outsource
Mile
and they're
Island.
trying to
Microsoft
replace.
bought 3 Mile Island so that they could make a Halo machine that just prints Halo games.
Amazing.
Nash Weedle might be hinting at a Nintendo Direct coming this week. Direct rumors are spooling back up, boys.
Dude,
We've got
even
a
Chelsea has been hearing the direct rumors. I'm just like, yeah, that sounds about right.
plug your ears, babe. They won't. The voices don't stop. Nintendo Direct tomorrow? This week? This week? Question mark? Pogface? YouTube thumbnail? Nintendo Direct soon? Question mark? Exclamation question mark? Let's see. Before canceling ZeniMax's Destiny-style MMO shooter, Xbox executives reportedly enjoyed early demos so much that the controller had to be pulled from Phil Spencer's hands.
And then they murdered them in cold blood.
Yeah, okay. That make sense.
This game is so good, but you are so fired.
This game is so good that we're going to cancel it.
Literally. You know what? Numbers go up.
Let's see. Okay, here's the 4chan Nintendo Direct rumor for Thursday.
All right.
So it's supposed to be. So wait, Nintendo normally announces it. Do they announce it the day before or 2 days before? I want to say it's 2 days before, right?
It depends. It's sometimes they just drop it 12 hours before.
Okay, so it's still technically alive as of us recording this. Because I would have expected the announcement
it's still
today.
possible.
Okay.
I mean, look, right now we don't have much of a winner lineup, so they have to do one at some point.
No.
No. Sorry, everyone. Cooper said they
games.
don't have to do one. No games. Nintendo Switch 2 has no games.
Okay, let's see what we can laugh at here. So July 10th, Direct actually opens with Five Nights at Freddy's: The Secret of the Mimic. This will also come with the
Is that-
announcement of a new physical edition of the FNAF games, all available on Switch 2 with upgraded visuals, mouse controls, and an art book. Yeah, no.
If the direct
That's way
opens
too
with
much.
FNAF, this is the worst direct of all time. I don't care if it has every game I've ever wanted.
Yeah,
This look the E3 2015 and the Farming Sim Direct will have nothing on opening with all FNAF games are now
I say
Switch
this
2
is
compatible.
I say this isn't happening because what do you mean they're all getting upgraded visuals? You don't upgrade FNAF 1 visuals. You mean all the FNAF games? What visuals in like the first 3 or 4 FNAF games are you upgrading?
It's how?
But I mean I get like
don't know.
outside
I don't
of
like
that I could
I could
see
buy
it.
the rest of it.
Yeah, I could buy the
Like
mouse
the rest of it
controls like I don't know about a physical.
the rest of it is believable. I don't well, I mean there's already been physical editions.
Yeah, I know, but a
For
physical
sure.
edition of all of them, like a compilation of all the FNAF games? I find that hard to
Oh, is
believe.
that how? That's not happening. There's too much money
No.
to be made by not doing that.
Yeah, it just says of the FNAF games, all available on Switch 2. So that infers all of them.
I mean, yeah, that's crazy. And like,
But maybe it's just like
from what I've
old
heard, they've
school.
like
Maybe it's just like 1 through 4 or something.
yeah, from what I've heard, they've like retconned it like crazy though. So I don't even know if they would like want to reference the old ones.
Yeah, I mean, out of the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline is irrelevant.
Broken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stop
look,
asking questions. Get
timelines-
scared by the scary animatronics.
Timelines don't matter when there's money to be made.
Yeah, Purple Guy never
True.
existed. There is no
True.
Purple Guy.
But simultaneously has always existed.
Sure.
true.
Big moment up next.
What?
Big moment up next. Miyamoto and Koizumi introduced the Direct, revealing the Mario 40th anniversary logo. There is no way they're gonna open the Direct with FNAF
They're gonna open it.
and then do the
And
Mario
then
40th
Mario?
anniversary.
That's crazy.
This will be the greatest direct if it's true, though.
That'd be so hilarious.
Yeah, I
though.
might join the Eat My Pants movement if this happens.
FNAF gets priority over 40th anniversary of
Yeah,
Mario.
Let's see. They have they have many celebrations planned for the Red Plumber, including a first teaser of a brand new Mario Sunshine game. Fake. This trailer starts on a
Right.
beach,
What?
presumably Isle Delfino, and it ends with a 2026 fade out. You
Okay,
can
fake.
also see Shadow Mario faintly in the background. So this is
Fake.
saying
Oh,
new Mario Sunshine 2
Bro,
coming
Rather
in
than
2026.
Galaxy
Odyssey.
3.
you know
not
the thing is-
Odyssey 2.
Well,
that
okay,
features.
I could see it not being Odyssey 2 if the Odyssey team's been working on Donkey Kong.
Or even
Mhm.
Galaxy 2. Galaxy 2 never came out on Switch.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you got to read more into this rumor. I
Okay,
know
okay,
that.
okay.
No, but hold on, what was I gonna say? Crap, hold on. Damn, it'll come back to me. No. 2026 is crazy because we
40th
know Nintendo always
anniversary.
they shadow drop their games like a month before, bro. We know like what? They don't give that much of a heads up. That's crazy.
For a Mario, I could see them doing a tease like that for a Zelda game or a Metroid game. But Mario, they
Yeah.
always are like, no, bam,
3
here,
months in
Mario.
advance.
They got a full
Yeah,
trailer and
literally.
everything. They got gameplay. It's coming out in 3 months. Bang.
Because it's Mario. You gotta hit that hype train and keep it rolling. For 3 months. You don't go. Here's Mario. It's coming out December 2026. No, That's not Nintendo style because it's Mario.
Exactly.
They
And
even
also,
do that
like,
with the
what's the point of
remakes.
Nintendo teasing their next Mario game? Nintendo's always working on
We
a Mario
know,
game.
yeah.
This is stupid.
Like we know there's a Mario game.
Why would they be like, "Oh, we got one in the works, guys"? No, duh.
We know
What?
Yeah,
Mario.
Mario Pogface YouTube thumbnail. As expected, Mario Kart World will announce its first big 2.0 update. It will be themed all around Donkey Kong Bonanza, features Diddy Kong, Funky Kong, and King K. Rool. It will have a DK Country track, which will be the first of many. It will also include 200cc, new P block challenges, a tracker for free roam, costumes, Pauline outfits, and they will announce more updates will be coming for free throughout 2025. No news on
So
the
just
spectator
Pauline.
mode or versus races taking priority. Slant face. I'd like to point out that they put a slant face on that, like, oh no, all of this. But all of that content, that's a lot of. Dude, Nintendo also would not do this because they would spread this out over, like, at least
A year,
6
bro.
or 8 months. Like, once a month we get a new character. Or, like, oh, hey, this month's the big month, the track's coming out. Or whatever. There's no way they would drop
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of this. The game just came out,
Dude.
dog.
The way they did it, the way they did the booster pass.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Ain't no way.
Well, if they based it on, at best, we would see the 8 initial one from whatever it was called back then. Was it just Course Pass or whatever?
Oh, yeah, the DLC. There were 2 DLC packs, yeah.
But even then, it was like, yeah, it was. We dropped this one then, and we dropped this one later.
Yeah, they ain't doing monthly.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm just like, they probably wouldn't do what I described. I'm just saying, like, y'all know what I mean. We're talking the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Nintendo. They ain't doing this in any sort of.
And that's so much
everyone
content
will
to drop
expect
for a
this.
game that just came out a month ago for them. Although I would not
Mm-hmm.
complain for this one to be true.
Yeah,
No, that'd be cool. It's just like, I think at best we see if they shadow drop something, it's like, here is Donkey Kong's main outfit with the overalls, and here is an outfit based on young Pauline.
And here's Diddy Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because they had to have at least 3, otherwise the.
Well, I was gonna say it would be
thing's
a
gonna
free
get thrown
update.
off. Yeah.
So
They had to have 3 character / costumes added because otherwise it would throw off the grid.
well, sure.
Nintendo
so it
would
has to be
so throw
multiples
off
of
the
3.
grid.
Yeah,
Nintendo
that's
don't
my
care.
At least short term. They
Yeah.
because even Smash eventually made it back if you turn off echoes.
Genshin Impact on Switch 2. Finally, this will come with a Hoyoverse segment announcing Triple Z and
Finally?
Honkai's Star Whale. I'm reading this verbatim.
Oh.
Will also be coming to Nintendo Switch 2 later this year. They will also tease their new project, which is the Pokemon-esque gacha they're working on. Cool.
They're not going to tease that in a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, I also love that he puts
No.
finally in there.
Finally.
Yeah, finally.
dude. This guy's my favorite. All right, he's put FNAF before Mario. He's hyped about Hoyoverse. He knows what he wants.
Okay,
And
I gotta.
it's
And you know what?
garbage.
I gotta
You know
get to
what?
this next one.
I can respect it. I can respect it.
I gotta read this. Next up, huge segment where Sakurai takes center stage. Okay. 3 huge appearances so far in this show. And I'm only on like the
That's
6th bullet. Sakurai takes center stage. He talks about how he never takes a break and says he's actually here to show 2 projects. The first one, obviously, being Kirby. Kirby Air Riders gets a full-blown trailer revealing the gameplay. From what I was told, it's basically what you would think a modern Air Rider would look like. Thanks. Yeah, that's a really easy one to claim. This Kirby Air Rider game is going to look like a Kirby Air Rider.
Guys! This game is made out of game.
Yeah.
Great.
Let's see. 20-player
What?
lobbies. City Trial looks massive. Hinted at single player. And as expected, the cast is focused on Kirby colors, over 20. Banana D, Meta Knight, King DDD, Marks, Gooey, Rick, Kine, and Koo. Release date is announced for December 4th. He then acknowledges we all know what we want to see. The screen fades one more time, revealing Smash Ultimate Switch 2 Edition. Includes a brand new fighter pass with 5 characters, but this time they are all revealed at once except for one that he wants to hold for a later date. The trailer shows Gino, fake. There it is, Gino.
What?
Fake. All of that just ruined. I could buy this until Gino. Gino, the Ring Fit trainer, Shadow the Hedgehog, and finally the Fun Gang, Deltarune's main party of 3. Releases early 2026.
What?
This is the worst fighter pass of all time.
I mean,
Those
Shadow's
dudes-
cool.
That would have that is the most I asked Reddit what characters they wanted in the battle pass.
Yeah,
ever.
Deltarune. You think they're gonna put Deltarunes?
But Ring Fit Trainer? I mean, I know we have Wii Fit Trainer, but Ring.
Yeah,
I don't
Ring
know.
Fit Trainer would be.
I really don't have a problem with the
Added
other
as, like-
3. I think all the other 3 are
Like, I don't have
Gino,
a
Ring
problem
Fit
with
Trainer, and
Deltarune's
Shadow would be
just-
cool.
I don't have a
Gino's
problem with it,
just
but
not
like,
happening though.
Ring Fit wasn't popular enough. I don't think. Like,
No,
Well, okay,
Ring Fit was popular,
but-
but Ring Fit's like Wii Fit Trainer, where it's like, wow, we put this in, but it's not like, wow, pay us more money for Battle
mean,
Pass.
I would
Battle Pass
argue
is
she's
like-
decently popular because of COVID. Ring Fit was
True.
True.
crazy
Ring
popular
Fit
for a while.
was Ring Fit was not able to be bought for a good little while. But like I still would
That's
not
true.
say people would be, chomping at the bits to pay for another battle pass for Ring Fit Trainer.
no, that's fair.
Fake. The Square Enix
Also-
character in the Battle Pass is Gino. And
Yeah.
not someone Square would actually want to.
Another
in.
Final Fantasy character.
Yeah, another final. Exactly. Like, they would probably be like,
this
hey,
time
we
it's
want.
Aerith. This time it's Aerith.
I think it would be Tifa if they did another 7. But
Oh,
I think it
Definitely.
would
Yeah.
be 7 because they're like, man,
No, Barrett.
7's our Smash characters, and then like 15 is in Tekken or whatever, and then SNK got or Street Fighter or someone got 16.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, but
They seem to be
Um,
like keep it separate. So I think it would be another 7 character. But like
Barrett.
no,
Almost.
because
also
he was
fake.
a
Where's
Never
hasn't
mind.
like every
Fighter, wasn't it?
DLC included a fighter? Like someone from a real fighting game.
yes.
Yeah,
'Cause
Terry
you had-
Bogard and the other one.
Ryu was DLC.
Rhea was
Oh,
DLC.
at one
Terry
point.
Bogard was DLC, and what's his name? What's his name? The evil guy that like threw everybody off
hey,
a cliff.
Jin. No. Yes.
I know who
Something
you're
like that.
talking about. I can't think of his name. Kazuya.
Yeah.
So
Okay, next up. Atlas segment. Persona 3 Reload and Metaphor on Switch 2, with a tease of Persona 4 Revival
Believable.
again, as well as P5R, Tactics, and Strikers all getting paid graphics upgrades. Available now. So it's going to be all shadow dropped.
Okay, see, the thing is, P4 remake is not going to do that.
Well, it
unless
says it's a
Microsoft-
tease of the revival.
Yeah,
not an
Microsoft-
instant drop.
My Microsoft is not going to pay Nintendo to advertise the game. They want to convince people it's coming out on Xbox exclusively.
Hmm.
Because that's what they did with Persona 3. Is they, focus super heavily on it coming to Xbox and all the trailers.
well, they don't
and then
own
everyone's-
Sega, but they paid a lot for marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's make that clear.
Which is why they're not
Um,
going to go, Nintendo, yes, help us. help us sell this game. Sega would though.
So now for a weird one, question mark. Nintendo announces
It's already
Mario.
been pretty weird.
Oh no, strap in, strap in. I read ahead. Nintendo announced Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2 for Nintendo Switch 2 as an HD release, but the gimmick is that they've reworked it so that the galaxies from both games are all playable from the Comet Observatory. This may be due to backlash from back
What?
in the day of 2 ruining the story, quote unquote. So no Starship Mario releases this November. Parentheses, big holiday game basically.
What?
No. See,
Nintendo's not
no,
gonna go back on their work, bro.
no, yeah, because look, another developer, sure, I would believe you. Nintendo is so keen on keeping stuff.
We already
way-
delivered the definitive edition.
Yeah, exactly. They like the only thing Nintendo is willing to do is add content. They're not going to massively
Dude.
change the
I'm joining the
game.
pants eating game.
Hold on. Okay, I need some. What you got?
Like I think like Paper Mario, like I think they like censored a few things, I think, if I remember correctly, but that was it.
Yeah,
They
but
didn't really change
that's not the
anything
same.
of the like
They
story or
changed how
nothing.
certain percentages and blah blah.
Yeah, but that's not. Oh, here's a whole new game essentially. Yeah, they're not. That's crazy.
Okay, Pokemon Director then shows up, reminding people to watch the presents taking place on the 22nd. It's followed by a quick teaser of the legendaries from Black and White, shouting then fades to black. Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, and Emerald. No Ruby and Sapphire, weirdly enough, all announced for NSO.
They're not dropping all of them at once, bro.
Yeah, it just says
They-
announced. They don't say
The-
dropping. They just say announced.
Oh,
So
okay,
it,
that's fair.
it could be, you know,
Knowing
one of the
knowing
time.
Pokemon, they're gonna sell those, bro. There's no way.
No, they would. If Nintendo said put them on NSO,
They would do it.
and it was so when the Game Boy one got leaked, we saw them on the list, but it was all 5, from what I
That's
remember. I
interesting.
could be wrong.
So maybe Black and White remakes. I don't know. This is all bullshit. Why am I considering this?
We're thinking too hard about this.
Wild announcement here. Captain Toad returns. The trailer starts with him grabbing the turnips. The camera zooms out as he tosses them in a wagon to take home. This cuts to Captain Toad's Power Star Garden, showing all sorts of planting, meeting side characters in towns, including Koopas, Yoshis, Toads, and Moo Moos. Small dungeons and online co-op with Toadette releasing early 2026.
See, this sounds like somebody that doesn't
Farming sim?
understand.
Farming.
Is that what I'm hearing?
This sounds like it's coming from someone that didn't understand how Captain Toad works.
Yeah.
Like
Captain
that's
Toad
literally what all the,
Farming Simulator.
I mean, look, I'm
All for
y'all
a
know
sequel,
I'm
but
down.
not a sequel
Yeah,
that
I'm down for a
completely
sequel. I
changed
ain't
the.
down. Yeah, I ain't down for this is a completely different game.
Paper Mario Peculiar Pencils is announced. The game features no partners, no level up system, white outlines on every character, Toads as the prominent characters, and features a pencil based combat symbol system where you use pencils to draw your desired action in battle, obviously using the mouse controls, but can also work with motion or drawing with your hand in handheld mode.
They're not
Releases
gonna let you have.
2026.
I was like, oh, this sounds a little bit believable. It sounds like they just took the sticker star and color slash thing, and then they were like, they're gonna let you draw and attack. Nope, nope. They won't. They will not let people draw. What people will actually draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Metroid segment. Metroid Prime 4 gets a new trailer. Release date of October 30th. Prime 2 and 3 gets a re-release, but if it's not as good looking as Prime 1, Prime 2... Oh, but it's just not as good looking as Prime 1. Prime 2 will shadow drop, and Prime 3 will get released on August 7th.
Interesting.
Ain't no way.
This
I don't
guy's
know.
strong.
That's a very mild Metroid segment. For all the stuff that's in this so far, that's almost believable.
See, look, whenever the next Nintendo Direct is, I could believe that there's going to be a Metroid segment, but
With this is like the most mild part. But I can't get over when it opens with FNAF and then moves into Mario.
Footage is shown of the next SpongeBob SquarePants video game by Purple Lamp Studio. SpongeBob and Patrick are the two playable characters. The game heavily features the Flying Dutchman and releases in December as a tie-in to Search for the SquarePants movie. Okay, who cares?
Mhm.
Sizzle reel, more exciting
Believable.
than usual, showing more Nintendo games getting free upgrades as well as third parties, including the Xenoblade games, Pikmin 3, Mario Wonder, Sonic Superstars, Silk Song, fake, stop. I'm not going to read the rest. Silk Song, uh, Sonic Frontiers, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Pokemon Sword and Shield, Minecraft, and more. That's a lot.
That is.
I don't believe that Nintendo would relegate their own games just as a real.
That's a
No.
good point. Sizzle reels are usually
Third
what did
party.
we already talk about? Or hey, this is indies and third party things coming out.
I
And
don't
then we
know. I
spend
mean, if
time
it's
on
just for like,
WWD Island.
if it's just for free upgrades, like the free ones are like the least amount of effort upgrades, but they are upgrades.
True.
Because they
I
did
guess
those
that's
when like the
fair.
Switch 2 came out. Like if it's just like, hey, this is for Switch 2, so it runs good and stuff. Like no crazy huge
Yeah.
improvements, definitely no changes, no new content, nothing. Just like the bare minimum, kind of like they've already done with a few games. I could see them doing that. But Hollow Knight Silk Song isn't even out.
But it's already been improved. Grant, what do you want?
Splatoon Raiders gets shown with a full-blown trailer, basically a survival game. Gather resources, cool story missions, new weapons are shown, including the long-requested paint sprayer. Paint spray. I don't know. Two-player online co-op campaign will be the only multiplayer option for the game. Survival game. Okay. Um, one more thing. The one more thing at the end is the reveal of an Earthbound claymation remake, and Mother
Nope.
3 finally coming to GBAs and so outside of Japan. Toby Fox will be involved with the project.
No.
Wait, who's Toby Fox?
Undertale.
Undertale.
Yeah, and he's busy with his own game that we
They're
talked
saying
about.
Toby Fox is going to be involved with the Earthbound claymation remake. Why?
What would he even need to be
Because he
doing
had
over
that.
there?
Because he had that fan project like before he made Undertale. The one where the kids from Earthbound or don't go back or something to their own timeline. I've never played it. I remember because Matt Pat talked about it in Ness's Sands.
Hmm.
That's a throwback.
No kidding.
Undertale. All right, so we get to fight. We get Megalovania, right? But with the family.
Dude, I miss when Megalovania was such a meme that you could literally play like the first note of the song.
Oh yeah.
And and all the memes and everything. Okay, well that was horrible. So we got FNAF and then Mario's birthday. We got Mario Kart World getting full Kong. We got Sakurai saying Kirby Air Riders, which looks like an air ride type game, which is good. Glad that the air ride game looks like that. And then also Smash Ultimate Switch 2 edition with 5 more characters, including Deltarune's main party of 3. A completely reworked Mario Galaxy. Captain Toad Farming Simulator. Paper Mario pencils. And Earthbound Claymation? Yeah, all that's bad.
And most importantly of all, we will all eat our pants if the worst options on here for our individual taste comes true.
The amount of rage
No.
that's gonna flow through me if this is true, if any of those.
Dude, literally.
If this is true, if
The
I have to eat my
only-
pants, you know how mad I'm gonna be? This is crazy. There's no way.
Dude, the only thing on there that will happen is Splatoon
think
Raiders
the
getting
fir-
a trailer
think
and
the first half of that
Metroid.
stuff, like Persona 3 Reloaded Metaphor on Switch 2, I believe that. And that's
Yeah,
it. Then
that's
you go further.
100% possible.
Yeah.
But
All right,
like
we're not doing
no,
the
that's what I
FNAF.
said,
The
the-
FNAF.
Dude, no, there is no way FNAF opens before Mario.
All right.
Even if both are there, there's no way.
So do y'all think the direct's gonna happen in what, 2 days?
Yeah, I think that's
No,
highly
well,
possible.
I think it's possible because they can't step on Pokemon Direct's toes.
Yeah,
But
True.
agreed. I'm not gonna bat on it though, because I'll only be upset. But it's possible.
Yeah, true.
it's
Okay.
always possible. It's Nintendo.
Yeah, they call it r/tomorrow for a reason. Finishing topic. With your game knowledge, what horror game do you think you could survive? Mm,
That's a great
I
question.
have a cheaty answer, and I remember my cheaty answer.
okay. What is
But
it?
I want to hear some actual answers before I explain why I've got an answer that's kind of cheating.
Okay. Well, I know what I could not survive. Dead by Daylight. That's not
No, that's
happening.
because you're
I'm not-
stuck. Even if you get out of the one game, you're stuck in the entity's
Universe.
realm. You're always there.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
not
that
happening. I'm not
sucks.
escaping that.
I might also have a cheaty answer.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Like,
Mm.
I feel like it is ignorant of me to think that I could survive in a world like RE2, like survive in the apocalypse. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are more confident
Yeah.
in their abilities than they realize, and
Yeah,
I also fear
I
that
am
despite
not.
thinking that I might be in that category too. So it's like I'm afraid to say that because like I don't know, like I could survive, yeah, maybe theoretically at least, but like
I'm I'm aware
Yeah,
that
definitely
of my
not.
limitations concerning horror games, especially. So I'm beyond
think-
something on the level of Luigi's Mansion. I'm not banking on
Ah,
surviving.
perfect. That is. I didn't even think of Luigi's Mansion. I like that answer.
Yeah,
Um,
I could survive all 3 Luigi's Mansions.
If I remember
I
correctly,
haven't
this
even
was
played 2 properly, and I could survive all 3 of them.
this question is inspired, I think, by someone asking, "Do you think you could survive RE7. Dude, I think I could do 2 easier than 7.
Yeah, like, yes, I could survive RE7, but with a gigantic asterisk, and that asterisk is, do I get the same powers that Ethan gets? Because that if I get my hand cut off and stuff, like happens in that, and I can't just put it
It's
back
gonna hurt
on,
like a bit.
well, yeah, it's gonna hurt, but if I could just put it back on, then I'll be all right. Ethan has all that stuff happen to him, but
Yeah.
he has that disease in him, so like he's okay. Do I have that same ability? Because if so,
Dude,
then
I
yeah,
need the
I'll
strength.
live. It's gonna be a horrible experience for sure.
I want to be able to get nothing done,
But
bro.
to get his powers,
Lady demonstration
you have
in the room, bro. Nothing's getting done.
Coop's
that's
dead.
8.
Yeah, Coop's dead.
Coop ain't surviving 8.
To be fair, I mean, Joe does it, and he's just a mountain man. But like, I don't think his campaign's as hard-ish. I'd rather do one of the like DLC things, I guess. But you're right. Do I get the powers if I'm doing 8 or 7 stuff?
Yeah, because like
Although,
otherwise, for sure, no. That I mean, like the game is not really scary anymore because I've played it several times. But like, actually, still, I mean, like when you actually think about going into like a debilitated swamp and like
Yeah.
all the disgusting like it's truly gross. Like we're desensitized, but it really I couldn't no, dude. Opening a fridge and seeing a pile of guts.
it would smell so
No.
Yeah,
bad.
sitting at the dinner table and like watching the dude next to you get his hand stabbed into the table, and you just gotta
The very
sit
I know
there
it's
while they put like this thing that looks like a kidney with tubes on my plate. Yeah, like ew, dude. I don't know if I could. No, no, I could
I know
not.
it's
If I got Ethan's powers, I'd survive only because I have his powers.
well, see, you and I, nobody else in the call knows what getting those powers actually mean.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll go
no,
around.
of all the Resident Evils, I don't think I would pick 7 or 8. Ethan gets a lot of limbs cut off.
I mean, yeah. I might say RE2 if I had to pick Resident Evil just because
Yeah.
I could live
If-
like theoretically the world outside of Raccoon City if I make it out
It's fine.
is just a dystopia.
Yeah.
And we're already there,
especially,
baby. We
like-
live in a dystopia right now. I'm kidding.
Well,
but,
especially
like,
if you start with like out
Do
at
I
the
start at the gas station?
Yeah,
Because
if I start out at the gas
turn
station
around.
and I don't have to partake in the story, I can survive RE2. But like I ain't
Because like 3, it's like the same, except Nemesis is arguably scarier than Mr. Maybe not even arguably.
yeah.
But like you're already in the city if you have to do 3. You're already there. So if I can start at the gas station and just turn around and leave. Victory!
That's a cheatier answer than Luigi's Mansion.
No, I've got a really cheaty one. We'll get to it in a second. But I guess 7's like that. Get back in Ethan's car.
Yeah.
Don't actually
Don't
do
go
the.
asking questions you don't want to know the answer to.
Look, so by basic by the actual definition of the question, right? Can you survive using your game knowledge? Yes. I do not go towards what looks like the story starts.
Yeah, leave.
I
True.
get the hell out of hell. You know, I ain't
Get the
going
hell
over
out of
there.
hell. I like that.
Get the hell
What
out of
the
here.
hell?
Hell out of. Well,
I mean-
every Resident Evil is hell. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't surviving that if I actually have to
Nah,
partake.
just where you are. Like that's the thing. It's biohazard terrorism instead of it being like, oh, it's happening everywhere. It's just centralized incidents.
Well, if I'm not one of the main characters, I can survive probably, or I get
Oh,
eaten by a zombie. I'm not sure which.
well. I almost confidently said phasmophobia because you respawn, but I was like, I guess I don't respawn.
I guess I would not respawn, huh?
Yeah, so I don't know
Yeah.
about that. Oh no, wait,
Well,
That's
okay.
phasmophobia, I
awesome.
could just quit.
Yeah, I could just
Screw
not
this
We're
job.
partake
going
in.
home.
I'm going back to
True.
Pizza
I
Hut. I'm working at Pizza Hut again.
I could just not partake in hunting, like so especially like once you hear, because that's not the type of thing you go, oh yeah, let me not look into this at all. You're going to know that people have been dying from these ghosts, and that's why you know they're paying these people good money, and you're gonna go, no thanks, I like living.
All right, well, Alex,
I
what's your cheaty
considered
answer?
okay, so when I came up with this question, I considered Until Dawn, and then I was like, no, I don't want to deal with like 30 Wendigos. That sounds like a bad time. And I was like, okay, what other horror game um could I do then? I was like, what is problem? I was like, what story driven one like that where you aren't fighting the monsters, even if there are monsters? Like you fight them, I guess, right? But unkillable till the end. I was like, what one would be the best? I was like, okay, so you got werewolves in one of them. You've got like, um, you're on a pirate ship. Well, you're not on a pirate ship. You're on a U.S. military base, but there's pirates,
Mm.
like a disabled one. I was like, oh, I got it. It's Little Hope because it's not real. So you don't actually have. You're not the delusional one.
Yeah, right.
Oh, true.
Sure, Anthony's having a bad time, but you're not Anthony. So you're just in Little Hope, walking around.
That is indeed using your game knowledge to survive. Cooper, you got one.
I said it was a real cheaty answer.
That is a real cheating answer.
Good
What was
question.
your cheaty answer, Grant? While Cooper thinks.
I was gonna say that Christmas Nightmare Skits game on PS4 because all I have to do is just not be there. Like,
Oh, true.
just like either oh really in that game it's a horror game but I'm the main character and the scary it's just schizophrenia. So like I don't know, I could work with it. I'm not I obviously
Dude, Average Tuesday.
I'm not getting caught obviously, so like I just kill everybody. I guess I survive.
Oh, yeah.
There's a knife in the closet, Larry.
There's a knife in the kitchen. I need to boot
I
that
don't know
game
if it's
back up.
defined as a
I need to laugh at that again.
horror. Yeah. Like, I don't know if this one's defined as a horror, but like I think COD zombies would be kind of fun, and I just go
Bro, you're
and get
speaking
like
my language. I like that. I like that thought. That's a good thought. Yeah, I don't really know if
literally.
that counts either, but I mean, it is scary in some regards. Like,
It is
there's horror
scary,
elements.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if we're counting Luigi's Mansion as a proper answer, then I think COD Zombies would also classify.
Yeah. See, but like I can actually like climb up to the places they can't get. So like,
No, they can climb, right?
oh, can they?
Well, you just gotta know the places where you can glitch.
I was gonna say out of bounds. Yeah.
Use that gaming knowledge.
Right, you stay on the in bounds, and I will stay out of bounds, and we'll kill.
And if you come out here, I will shoot you with this gun.
Yeah. Sounds like a good time to me.
All right. Well, with that, I think
Yeah.
we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please share us with a friend. We post every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube.com/StormwindGames. Anywhere that you get your podcast, you can find us. Add us on Twitter at AllNightGamers with a K. What did you think of that stupid long Nintendo Direct rumor? And what do you think about all the drama around Xbox and layoffs and Phil Spencer? And maybe also let us know what horror game you could think you would survive in.
Will you
Thanks.
eat your pants on Thursday with us?
Yeah, yeah. There you go. So thanks for listening. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. We love you all. To see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.